Is that Coach Ken?
Yeah.
Welcome, Coach Ken. You want to
It's
say
an
a few
honor to
words
be here.
before I get started?
No, man, I was loving listening to you.
Okay, great. Coach Ken is the person responsible for bringing this to North America, folks. He is our grand poobah, and he has done everything necessary for us to get started. And he's created some incredible videos that, you know, when I first started, I just followed his videos and I got set up. I didn't really call him or see the need to, because his explanations were perfect. So I thank you for that, Ken. And then
You know,
this is
you
going
were
to
the
get
first
easier and
person.
easier. Yeah,
You
sorry.
were the first person that, because I had just posted those, Peter, and I
Was
was
that right?
so proud of you. I was so happy. I was like, man, it worked, because you acknowledged that. You said, hey, listen, I was able to go through the whole thing and set myself up just by watching the videos. I was so thankful,
Oh,
because
awesome.
it's really helping everybody. We had several people join today, but go ahead, brother. I have a tendency to talk too much.
That's okay.
So,
We like
all right.
listening to you. What was going to say here? Okay, so we got Mike. Can you please jot down all the questions? If you have questions, jot your questions in the chat. Mike will put them all together, and then when I finish my presentation, the questions can be asked by Mike. Is that cool? Unless you want to unmute yourself, you can ask the questions at the end. The compensation plan is going to be presented by Mike once we finish the bot training. Okay, so let's go straight to the bot training here. And share my screen. Share. Doris, are you on?
Yes, I am.
Thank you, my dear. Okay. So this is the whiteboard here, guys. I'm just gonna pretend that I'm in front of you in your kitchen, near your kitchen table. We're gonna go through this. So you got a circle, and you have two circles below that, and the four. No, it's not that. This is all about how your trading bot performs, or how it works in your Binance or Huobi account. Okay, so the best part about cryptocurrency is that you can buy bits and pieces of a coin. So you can buy bits and pieces of Bitcoin, and those are called Satoshis. So you can buy $100 worth of Bitcoin, as opposed to a stock where you have to buy a share. Okay, so that's the difference here. So you can buy bits and pieces. So what we do here is we're going to show you, let's say, an arbitrary coin, CoinX. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be Bitcoin, it could be Ethereum. It doesn't matter what it is. I want to use a round figure number so we can follow along, okay? So if CoinX, the price is $100, we're going to use a round figure here. If that's the price for CoinX, and let's say we enter the trade, let me try to put these lines in, at the $100 mark. Okay, let me draw that if I can. There it is. Okay, so if we're able to draw, if we were able to enter, let me get rid of that. Hang on one second. It doesn't matter. We'll do it this way. Okay, so if you enter at $100, what we're saying is you're going to pay $10 for it, okay? And you can see on the right here, our first entry point is $10. Okay, that's the suggested amount. And this is roughly about a $1,000 account. And then if the price of this coin, if the price goes up like that, if it goes up 1.5%, as you can see on the bottom right here, on the right-hand side, you can see that we have something called a take profit ratio. If it goes up 1.5%, this triggers the bot to alerts the bot that a sell is imminent. Okay, it doesn't sell it right away because we have something called a take profit retracement, which is 0.3%. Doris, you understand that so far, right?
Yes, sir. Okay,
so when it hits 101.5, it does not trade it yet, even though it's 1.5% ratio that it's already hit. It only sells it if it retraces back 0.3%. So if this drop back is 0.3%, we are going to sell this position right here. Okay, does that make sense, Doris?
Yes, totally.
Okay. So what that means is that we allow the coin to take higher amounts, meaning we're allowing the coin to rise further before taking the profit. So we want to enjoy the profits if it's going on an uptrend. And anytime it retraces 0.3, if this is a 0.1 retracement, we're not going to take the profit. If it keeps going up, going up, and then it retraces to 0.3, right here we sell.
Yes.
And that's how you exit the trade. Okay, that's the beginning part. As soon as you buy the coin, it can go up. All right, and then it'll close the trade on a 0.3 retracement after it hits 1.5% of the price. Does that make sense, Doris?
Yes.
Okay, so now let's look at the other scenario. Let me erase this. There we go. I don't know how to erase all this. Oh, there we go. And here. Okay, the other scenario is if the stock or the coin goes down when you first buy it. Okay, look on the right here. We have something called a cover pullback of 0.5%, and we have the cycles listed. Remember, we paid $10 for this particular coin. If it goes down 2% to like 98, okay, we're using a $100 price point. It triggers the bot. It signals the bot that another purchase is imminent. Okay, it doesn't buy it right there. It alerts the bot that it's going to purchase something. So the only time this is going to purchase this first cycle is if it retraces. If the cover pullback is 0.5%. If it retraces back 0.5%, there. If this is 0.5%, then cycle number 2 is going to be purchased right here. Make sense? And what we're doing,
Yes.
yes, perfect. At the 100 mark, we're buying one position, right? And at the 98.5 mark, we're buying 2 positions. Okay, so your initial position is $10 right here, and you're buying 10 and 10. We're buying double now. So you have a total of $30 in this trade. So from this point, if you have $30 in this trade, we need to figure out what the midpoint is now. So Doris, are you able to calculate? Oh, you're in a car. So yeah, the midpoint is between 98.5 times 2, because you have 2 positions at 98.5, and then you're going to add 100 to it, okay, and then divide by 3. That's going to be your new, what do you call it? The new average, cost average, okay? So that's what we're doing here. So 98.5 plus 98.5 plus 100, which is 296.5, I believe. Is that correct? Divided by 3. If anybody can do the math on that, please. 98.5 plus 98.5 plus 100 divided by 3. Mike?
98.5 plus 98.5
Yeah, plus 100
plus 100
divided by 3.
divided by 3. 230.33.
No.
99.
99.
99.
99?
Yeah.
Okay. So now
90
your new position with these 3 purchases, 1, 2, and 3, is 99 exactly, I believe. So it's going to be
Yes.
right here. That's your new position, okay? At 99. Let's use a different color. Okay, so let's use. Okay, so your new position, your original position was you bought it at 100. You bought one position at 100 at $10. Then you bought 2 positions at 98.5, right? And that's $20 worth. So your average position price is at $99. And if you add the amount that you put in, it's $30. So it's almost like you're having one position at the 99 price point, and you've invested $30. So at this point, when you purchase that second cycle, if the price goes above the new cost average price of 99, if it goes up 1.5% from there, that's going to be your new take profit ratio, okay? And remember, it only triggers or it alerts the bot.
I see.
It only alerts the bot to that a sell is imminent. It doesn't do the trade yet because we're going to let the bot ride the trend if it keeps going up. Anytime it retraces back, what is it, 0.3%, then the bot's going to sell that position and you're out of the trade. All of this is gone. So your trade is closed. Okay. That's how this bot works. Now I'm going to go through another example of going to cycle number 2 and cycle number 3. Okay. Hang on one second. Let's erase all that. I hope everybody's understanding so far. Could
So
get a
it's
little
taking the
complicated.
average cost.
You're bringing
And
the average
then
cost
up.
down. Yes, that's
Yeah.
right. As you purchase,
okay.
you're bringing the average cost down so that the bot can get to that point where get to the point of trade so that it's a lower point, right? Because your original price is at 100,
Yeah.
and then you bought it at 98.5, and you cost averaging it down, right? So your new price is going to be around
Yeah.
99. Okay, so that's how that part works.
Okay.
Okay, so now let's go back another scenario here. Okay, so you bought it at 100, and then it went down. It went down. It triggers an alert at 98 because that's 2% down. You see the cycle 1? That's 2% down. But it's not buying it yet. Let's say it keeps going down. It still hasn't bought it yet. It's still not buying it yet. Let's say it goes down to 96.5, and then it retraces 0.5%. Boom. This is where you're going to buy your cycle number 1. Okay, this is a different example.
Oh,
Does
okay.
that make sense? So now you're going to buy 2 positions
Yes.
here. 1 and 2. Only because it retraced the 0.5. That's our cover pullback. You can adjust this, but these are the suggested parameters, okay, from our video.
Okay. It's very smart.
Amazing.
Does that make sense? Okay, so now your average cost price is 100 plus 97 plus 97 divided by 3. Can somebody do that for me, please? I think that's going to be 294 divided by 3. $294 divided by 3.
98.
Say it again.
98.
Exactly?
Yep.
Perfect. Okay, so this is your new price, 98. Okay, so pretend you have $30 now at the $98 price because you bought 2 more here and it brought your average price down. So if the bot goes up to 98, it's not going to do anything yet. Remember, it has to go 1.5% above. But if it goes only 1% above and it comes back down, it's not going to do anything. So now your average price still at 98. The next cycle would be 3% down from the 98 point, okay? So if it goes down 3%, 3% is roughly about 94.5 or something like that. I don't know exactly. Once it hits the 94.5 range, it's not going to alert the buy yet until it retraces the 0.5%, the cover pullback. And if it doesn't retrace and it still keeps going down like this, it's going to wait. And then as soon as it retraces 0.5, boom, it's gonna purchase cycle number 2. Okay.
Amazing.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yep.
So you would buy cycle number 2 right around here. I don't want to put on that.
Pete,
Yep.
as you're going through this, there's a few questions that are coming up regarding this. Maybe
Yeah.
you want to, I
You
can
wanna-
kind of
right.
ask them to you.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, Benoit has asked a couple of questions. One is, like when you sell, do you sell everything? Or is it you sell like one coin and the other coins are still negative?
That's right.
I
So
just wanted you to,
you sell your
touch on that.
position. So Benoit, if your position started at $10 here, and then you went down and you bought cycle number 2 for another $20, so your position is $30. As soon as the bot trades in profit at the 1.5% mark, and there's a small retracement of 0.3, you sell that $30 worth of that coin. And then what the bot does is automatically purchase another position for another cycle. So it continuously goes into cycle motion. You can also set it into single cycle, meaning that as soon as it trades, you stop that particular coin from trading. So I've set all mine up at, it's called a cycle strategy, so that it continuously buys, and then when it trades in profit, it rebuys again. Okay, does that make sense?
it does. And Peter,
Yeah.
touching on that, Jasmina has a question, like, can you configure your own thresholds? And you just mentioned that you can. You can set up the
Thresholds of-
parameters.
yes, you can. Yes, you can, Jasmina. You can put your take profit ratio at 2%. You can put it at 1.3%. But I've done some research on that. Most people that have bots in the crypto space, 1.5% is the commonality on that. So I would suggest to keep it that, but I've been testing a few of these parameters as well, and I need more data to give some kind of projection. Okay, so a few more months and I'll have some ideas as to what numbers are really good for us to use. Okay, so we're going back to here. We have not sold this one yet, right? Doris, we haven't sold yet, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going down to cycle number 2, and it retraces another point. What is it? 0.5, the cover pullback. Remember, I told you it triggers it if it's 3% less than your average new price. The new average price is this one. It says 3% less. It's gonna trigger cycle number 2. And then what are you gonna do with cycle number 2? You're gonna buy four positions there. So you would take wrong one. 1, 2, 3, 4 positions. These are all $10 positions, okay? So now you have 1 position at $100, you have 2 positions at $97, and you have 4 positions at whatever this amount, this price point is at maybe 94.5. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna average those out again. You're gonna calculate, you're gonna add 94.5 plus times 4 here, right? Plus the 297s here, and then plus 1. You can do that way, okay? And then you take the average, you're gonna get a new average price, which is gonna be less than this 98 price that we had after the first 2 purchases. Okay, so your new average price after buying cycle number 2 is gonna come further down. It's probably gonna be around here. Okay, so this is called dollar cost averaging. You're bringing your prices down so that the bot doesn't have to go as high to trade in profit. Okay, so what we do here is, now let's say we've got it going and we retraced and it's going up. This is your new price. Remember, your new average price is here. If it goes up 1.5% above this, it's going to alert the bot. It's not going to trade it yet. It's going to alert the bot that its sell order is imminent. So we're allowing this to continue higher and higher and higher and higher and ride the trend so we can get more of a profit. But if it does trend, if it goes up here and it retraces here, it's going to close. It's going to close the trade right there. It would close the trade right here if it retraces that 2.3%. Okay. If it doesn't retrace, like I showed here, it goes higher and higher. Oops, sorry about the mess. We're going to ride this trend all the way up as high as we can go. And anytime it retraces 0.3, the trade is closed. So now think about this. If it closes up here, you are going to take from here to here all this profit on this uptrend. So that's why you're going to see sometimes you're going to have bigger profits on certain trades because we rolled the trend up. Okay. And a lot of this depends on your initial price. It all depends on how many cycles we've gone into. So for instance, we've gone into 40 for this cycle 2. We've gone into $70 worth of investment in this coin. Okay, so $70 worth of investment times the difference from this point where we sell it to your average price, whatever that percentage is your profit. And you can calculate that by hand. But the bot does that for you. If you really wanted to calculate it, you can do the math, and it's a little bit difficult to figure out, but it's logical. Okay, it all makes sense. Now, so that's how this bot works. There are a total of 7 cycles. You can set these cycle parameters to whatever you want. If you don't want to use 7 cycles, change this 30% to 100%. What does that mean? That means it's only going to buy the 7th cycle if the coin goes to 0. It's not going to even buy it. There's nothing to buy. Does that make sense? You can stop that 7th cycle. You can stop the 6th cycle, put it at 100%. Because the only way that would ever trigger is if it goes 100% below the price that you bought it at. So it's never going to trigger it. Yeah, hope that makes sense. Doris, does that make sense? Mike,
Yes.
does that make sense? It does. Okay. So most of the time, the coins trade within the cycle 1, 2, and 3. The more you have money, more money you have invested in the coin, the larger the profits. So on a downtrend, it's okay that you see the coin going down because you are putting more money into it. And your dollar cost average of your price point is going down. So the bot has less of a climb to make in order to trade in profit. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Mike, any other questions for this so far?
Oh, yeah.
Let's
We
go.
do have some questions. Actually, Paul's got some good questions, but we're steering away a little bit from what you're talking about, but just a lot of questions about like setting up. How much is the minimum investment they could start with? Why do they need money in the Mat AI on that side to keep a positive float?
Okay.
Those kind of things. I did put on there the Mat steps, and they should go to the video.
Okay.
Talk to the person on their upline, or they could talk to us about really how to get this set up. But maybe you want to touch on how much they want to maybe fund this with if they don't have a big balance.
Okay. So good. That's a good. Those are good
Can
questions.
I just add something,
Yes, Doris.
Peter?
Yes,
I
go
just
ahead.
want to say for people that are new, that don't really understand how it works, you don't have to worry, okay? I'm not good at math. I just set it and forget it, okay? So for those that just want to set it and forget it, this bot just do beautifully.
Yes,
So,
that's a great point.
but for those that likes to know everything, yeah,
Like me, I wanted to know it, and the only way I was going to
That's all I
promote
wanna
this
say.
is if I know it.
yes.
And I think I got it pretty much down pat. I just wanted to make sure that I understood all the cover pullbacks and take profit rate retracements. And the way I figured this out was I talked to Paul in Taiwan, and I went back and forth with Paul almost every day for a week. And Paul, what does this mean? What does that mean? And he explained it to me. And once I got it, I thought, oh my God, this is incredible. This is going to work. So your money is always in a coin, and it's never in jeopardy unless that particular coin is no more, if it goes down to zero. And we're trading the best coins on the cryptocurrency market. So Mat AI has 43 coin pairs right now. And to be honest with you, I don't want everybody to do this, but I've been testing 22 of them right now. So I'm testing these coins so that I have an idea of which ones to recommend for people to use. We have Bitcoin, we have Ethereum, we have Litecoin, we have Link, we have DOT, we have almost all the popular coins. And then Verica, she has some great videos on which ones to choose. Okay, so this bot trades automatically while you're sleeping, while you're with your kids, whatever you're doing. It's going to be so addictive to watch your phone, because I watch it almost every day, every hour, every half hour, because I really want to understand where things are going with particular coins. Okay, it's more of an education, of course, and I want to see the profits on there as well. So when you see your, I'm going to go into Mat AI. Let me see if I have it here. No, I probably don't. Okay, so when you look at your, Mike, are you able to share your screen or no? Or Doris, are you able to share your screen?
I don't have that set up. But
okay.
While you're touching on this, sorry, while you're doing this, there's one more question that I think is a good one.
Go ahead.
I think it's Keydell. They mentioned, what about a stop loss? See, I think the whole thing with this, Peter, is that you don't have to worry about stop losses, because the bot is going to do all this for you. And although it seems a little complicated what you're talking about, that's because these are the engineers, the computer scientists that built all this.
That's right.
And the bot is going to do all the work for you. So unlike yourself, Peter, that's really into all this, I just want it to be set up. I take a step back and the bot does all the work. That's what's so great about this.
Yeah, so going back to,
you can talk about stop losses.
A little bit about the stop loss. The stop loss is when you set your parameter up. So when a coin hits a certain price, you're just going to automatically trade it so that it doesn't go further down. So what we do is called dollar cost averaging. We bring the price down with our cycles. So if you don't want it to purchase anymore, if you don't want it to purchase cycle number 5, set your 20% here to 100%. And then what's going to happen is you're going to have 160 plus 80 plus 40 plus 20 plus 10 into that particular coin. So you're going to have $280, $310 in that coin. And all you're going to do is wait for that coin to bounce back up and hit that new dollar cost average that you've created. Okay, it's not the original purchase price. It's going to be much lower based on the cycles that you've set. And you can set these parameters any way you want. You don't have, it doesn't have to be 2%, 3%, or 5%. It could be 2, 4, 8, whatever you'd like. But these are the suggested settings from Paul. And I'm testing a lot of different parameters as well. So in order to help people, maximize the profits. This is the settings that were suggested are conservative. Okay, I've gone and personally went aggressive on my settings, and that's not something I want everybody to do yet. Wait till I have some data and to make sure that it's safe enough for the people that want to take a few more risks. Risks meaning that you're going to be tying up a lot of your money into the coins. Okay, that's what it means. So, for example, if you have $10 or if you have like $120, $150 in this particular coin, and you have a $500 trading account, so that's like 1/3 of your account tied up in this coin. And if you're waiting for that to cycle back up into profit, I mean, sometimes it might take a little bit longer than you would want. Okay, so those are the things you got to think about. So on a $500
Hey,
account,
Peter,
yeah.
I could share my screen if you'd like.
Oh, perfect. Is that Coach Ken?
Yeah.
Okay, so
You're going to have to let me share it though.
all right, perfect. So Ken, where do we go here?
Peter?
Raise
Yeah.
my hand.
While Ken's getting that started, someone asked, when can I take my profits? How does that work?
Okay, so your profits are in your Binance account. You can it's yours. You can take it out anytime you want.
That's a beautiful thing about
stop
this.
the bot. Yeah, you can stop the bot. You can stop some coins. You can just have a few of them going. You can have all of them going, but you can stop at any time you want. So your money is in Binance. So I'm gonna make you. Do I have to make you host there, Ken?
I'm not sure. Let me see. I might be able to share it now that you're not sharing.
Okay.
Yeah, I can share it right now.
Okay, so does that make sense, everybody? Your money is in Binance, and that's your account, and you do whatever you want with your money. You can take it out anytime you want. There we go.
Okay, great. Here we go.
Perfect. That's what I wanted to see. Okay.
All right. So let me tap on the eLedger here. This is a $2,000 account. I've also got an account for my wife as well. And we reset the parameters. I liquidated all the, and I'll show you guys that in a second. But I liquidated all of the coins I was in. I was in too many coins and I wasn't in good coins when, as Peter said, I was the first person in the Western Hemisphere to have this. My good friend Paul tapped me on the shoulder about it in about the second week of February. And he said, Ken, we got a bot and it's really performing nicely. He started sending me screenshots. I said, yeah. He asked me if I'd like to introduce it to the Western world. And I said, well, listen, let me first test it myself. And the first 5 or 6 days with $1,000 in the account, I was getting phenomenal results. And if you've ever done day trading, 1% a day is phenomenal, guys. That's real trading. It's not somebody taking your money like Bernie Madoff and running off with it and promising you 1.5 a day. But I was getting 1%. This was 0.06, 1.6%, 1.3, 1.4. But I had too many coins, and I had coins that weren't real strong coins. And the market dropped 28% in one day, I think it was. And I got stuck in the coins because I had too many. And then it started coming back up, and you could see I wasn't doing a whole lot, but I was considering just liquidating everything. And the reason why is because I hadn't really lost any money. They were all stuck in trades. So finally, I made the decision to liquidate about a week ago. Let me show you what happened. Okay, I liquidated everything. I moved everything over to Binance because they seem to have better picks. And we're learning this together, guys. But this was my first full day in Binance. I made on a $2,000 account, it was just about a 0.5%. If this was $10, it's 9.96. I started with 2,000 on purpose so that we can see how it was working. So the first day I made almost 0.5%. Next day I made 1.1%, then about 0.075%. Then yesterday on Easter Sunday, I was in church and I looked at it. We made 2.5%. Now this resets at 12 noon. Today at 12 noon, I'd made $47, which is 2.35%. And
Amazing.
today already, now this day, this is already today from 12 noon to right now, I've made close to 0.075% again. Or I think I've made a little bit more than that, almost 0.08%.
That's amazing.
What did I do? Yeah, I know, this is amazing. What did I do? How did I do that? Let me answer that question. Okay. How did I do that? We're going to go back here. We're going to go here. The first thing I did is I listened to the people that were trading successfully. Remember what I said? I'm new, just like you guys. I don't know. I went to a 20-hour course. I took a 20-hour course on day trading, but it was like probably 12, 13 years ago. And I've forgotten most of that. I didn't retain all of that. I actually left that class and promptly lost 10,000 in the market and said, I'm too emotionally attached to my money. I said, I don't think this is a good idea for me. I also did day trading in cryptocurrency as well. That was in stocks. Peter is a lot more advanced than I am. All I know is how to listen and how to apply. And that's exactly what I did. I listened to Paul and I listened to Verica, who was she got 25% in 14 days. And she kind of stumbled on a few things. And so all I did was listen and apply. And what I did is I went over here. I'm going to go over here to my trades. And I looked up and I'm getting a call, but I'm going to have to take that. Take that in a little bit. What I did is I went on to this page here. Okay, I'm going to show you guys this. I showed a little bit today. This is blockchaincenter.net, and I went to, this is what Verica brought. Went to altcoin season index. Okay. And I looked at what the coins that we had. Okay, these are all the coins we have. Oh no, those aren't all. These are the ones right here. I just got out of file, by the way, and went into EOS today. But these are all the coins we have. So I'm looking at our coins here, and I'm seeing which ones are the top producers. Now I was in 15 or 16 coins, guys, and I dropped down to 7 coins, and I increased my entry point. And this is all on the videos at mattsteps.com. It's actually right here. A lot of this is right here, guys. Already, we put this together for you. We're going to be improving this site. We're going to have people that are going to step up to the plate that are far more advanced than I am. But this video right here on the parameters, I show me liquidating the coins and starting over. That video that didn't pop up yet, it's right here. But also on the first step, there's a video right here, guys. It's just not popping up right now. What the heck?
It's coming up now.
This one shouldn't be here. I don't know why that popped up there.
Okay.
I might have had this open a long time ago. But that's the video right there. And oh yeah, there it is. I never closed that out from a long time ago. This video here, Paul goes over so much great information, guys, on how to set your parameters. Guys, you don't have to take a 20-hour course on this. This will only take you, 30, 40, 50 minutes, maybe an hour to set the whole thing up by watching the videos. But back here on step 1, and I won't take up too much more time, Peter. I'm going to let you guide
please do. Please explain
office.
this. I like this. I like hearing it.
Okay. On the overview video, step 1, when you come down, you scroll down right here, trading results in just 14 days. Guys, this is the real deal here. We're not making this up. This is Verica, and she got in 14 days, 25% for her friend Violet. And she explains exactly what she did. So I listened to her, and I listened to Paul. And that's all I did, guys. Now, this here is with the owner down here. That's the owner and the founder of the company right here. This is Paul. This is my buddy Paul here. And Paul's the one that gave me a call on this. And I'm so thankful because this is what all of us have been looking for years. Something that's real, something that we can have complete control over our financial destiny. not turning our money over to somebody that we're hoping and praying they're not going to run away with it. But gosh, guys, I can't be more thankful. And then I had the opportunity to bring it to the U.S. and our team is growing, not just in numbers. This team is growing in knowledge. And guys, knowledge is power. We're learning this bot together and we're getting results. The bot's working. Even when I was stuck in those trades because I didn't know what I was doing. And my main focus was, I knew the bot worked. I didn't care that I was stuck in the trades. I wanted to put together this website here and I was helping people sign up. It was nonstop. I had to put this site together because it was bottlenecking. This has opened up the bottleneck, and anyone, guys, this is for all of us, and it's working. So it opened up the bottleneck. And by the way, in about 3 or 4 more days, maybe less, it's going to even get faster because they're coming out with Matt AI 2.0. And I'm going to have to redo all these videos, which I won't mind at all. But it's going to be easier to sign up. You're not going to have to verify a telephone number. It's all going to be through an email now. And it'll be all mainly on the phone. But we in the US, we like to use our desktops and our laptops. So I'm sure that'll still be available. But let me go back to the bot. So guys, you can see right now, I closed out a trade today with the Filecoin. I'm thinking that one might take a nosedive, and there's a couple reasons why. I might be wrong. I've been wrong before, but I predicted Bitcoin at 50,000 by the end of 2020, and I was really close to where it was. It was at 42 at the closeout. I said it would be between 40 and 50, and it was at 42. I've been following this market for about 4 years very closely. I believe we're going to be in a bull run for the next 12 to 24 months. And there's a lot of reasons why I believe that's going to take place. We won't get into those details today. But I don't know how electricity works. I just know if I turn on the switch, the light comes on. And that's what I've done here. All right, I listen and I plot. This cause token's a good one. Tron's producing phenomenal. And you guys, you see this says it's down 4.18%. And you see where I'm at 989. This has fluctuated today between 1,500 and 600. 2 days ago when I made $51, which was 2.5%, this had dropped all the way down to $24. Well, what did that mean? Was I losing all my money? No, I wasn't. Let me show you. We're going to go right over here to my Binance account. This is live happening right now. And you can see I got $142 in here. That's because I'm in open trades. I'm sorry, 2,142. I'm up 142, 140. Now this will fluctuate. Earlier today, this was at $159. Okay, this is going to fluctuate a little bit. But as soon as those trades close out, this is going to multiply here. Okay, so I started at 2,000. If I liquidated all my coins right now, I'd be up like 7%. Yeah, right around 7% in 5 days, guys. If I liquidated right now. Okay, that's phenomenal. When I went to day trading school, my instructor taught us how to make 3% a month. And this is in, we'll count the days. I think it's 5 days. If we go back right here, we go here, we go here, and we go here. All right. This was my first full day right here. This was a half a day. So my first full day, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is a half a day. So this isn't even a half a day right here, by the way. It'll be a half a day at midnight tonight. So we're very, very thankful.
So let me just
So
touch
in-
upon this point. Mike, Ken,
Okay.
you have $402 as your cumulative profit since you started. Now let's take a look
Yes.
at the P&L. If you can go back to your first screen there on your coins. And if you scroll down to your coins there, you're going to see a P&L reading. I think Paul Mindra wanted me to touch up on that.
You know, I've never gone to the P&L. I don't even know
You see
what
it on
is
your
that. Are we
each
talking
coin.
about the log?
No, yeah.
Huh?
No, click on Binance where your coins are and then go down. Let
Yeah.
me see the coins. You see the daily
Gotcha.
the P&Ls underneath there? If you were to add up all these P&Ls in the red
Yeah.
and with the ones in the green, and then subtract it from your accumulated profit, that's where your position will be in terms of profit. So we want to get to the point where your accumulated profit is like in the thousands, where the P&L will not even have any kind of effect on you. You know, it'll be like $300 the daily if it's in the negative. Do you know what I mean? Because since at the beginning your accumulated profit hasn't accumulated yet to a higher balance, you're going to see that, okay, my P&L is 400, is like minus 200, but my accumulated profit is around 300, so I'm only up 100. But when you get your accumulated profit up to 2,000, and then your P&L is like 200-300, it becomes less of a significance. If you guys can understand what that means. So as we grow
honestly,
this,
I don't.
pardon me.
Here's what I understand. I
Mhm.
go here. I don't understand that. I go here. I see I'm up $140 right now.
Yeah.
To me, that's 8%. That's 7% right there.
Perfect.
So I don't understand. Some of this. I will.
Yeah.
I'll end up having a head around it, just like you, Peter.
That's not a problem. You know why it's
'Cause
140
I'm
and your
somebody-
accumulated profit shows 400? Because you have some coins that are in the P&L, which is negative, right? You have live trades. That are
No.
negative. That part.
No. Let's clarify that. We need to clarify that. The reason why, let's go back here and go up. The reason why this says 400 here, guys, is because I was in Huobi trading before I came over here.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense.
I moved everything. I didn't move everything over here, but I moved 2,000 of it over here because I wanted to start with an even 2,000.
Ah,
Okay.
okay.
So that 400, that was profit that I made over in my Huobi account. Not all of it. 140 of it is over here.
Right.
You see?
Yeah, that makes more sense.
So yeah, that's what that was over there. This is from the day I started on February. I think it was February 12th is when I got my first. We'll look down here.
Yeah, you switched
February
from Huobi
12th,
to
when I first
Binance. Okay.
Yeah, I started with Huobi, and I didn't like, once I got stuck into trades and I started listening to Verica, and she said that they have better coin picks and more coin picks over there and stronger coins. I said, you know what? I'm going to just move it over there. And here's why I did this, guys. I could have stayed in Huobi. I could have gotten out of and started over, but I wanted to maximize this bot so I can show people, anyone that came in, how to maximize the bot. And if I just stayed over there and just kind of like waited for it to happen instead of making it happen, then, I don't think I would have been able to share this story right here. I don't know where I would have been in Huobi, but Binance definitely has better picks. Binance does not have cause. Huobi does not have cause. I don't think it has cake. I might. I don't know. I'd like to have my cake and eat it too. And that's why I'm over here.
Nice. Okay, so let's get back to finishing out. Mike, any questions from the training itself?
Not really. Someone wanted to see just how Paul did yesterday, how Ken did yesterday.
I think he said $51 while he was in church looking at his phone.
Yeah.
Is that right, Ken?
Yeah.
Hey, Peter.
Yes.
It was great. It was a great service too, but it was like, oh my goodness.
Irfan, yes, I hear you popped in, Irfan.
Yeah, Peter. So you guys highly recommend that we put the funds in Binance instead of Huobi, which is taking out better results, right?
Thus far, that's what some of the members have been saying. But then again, there's another member, Bernard, that said his results in Huobi have been great. So
Yeah, I've got a guy too in Hoyby that he loves it. He's got 80,000 in there. I'm helping manage his account and he's doing phenomenal.
yeah, so I mean, it's too early to say. The data is
Yeah, I
just
agree.
accumulating. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I
I'm very
think
comfortable.
in a month's time you can probably give a better stat.
If you're on both exchanges, if you're trading on both exchanges at with the same coins, I would assume.
Right.
Okay. Just a couple questions from early on. Remember, the first step is to sign up with Matt AI with a link that one of your friends is going to send you, your upline, and then set up a Binance account or a Huobi account and fund that account. Okay. There are different ways to fund those accounts. Some through credit card. There's a way to do it through a bank account if you use ShakePay in Canada, and there's another means to do it in the States, I believe. And the US people have to use a VPN to get into Binance. Correct, Coach Ken? I'm sure he's going to say correct. So those are the ways once you fund your Binance account or your Huobi account, you're going to follow the videos on how to attach the API so that your bot can trade for you. Okay, all your trades are done in Binance. All your profits are secure in Binance. You can withdraw anytime you want. You can stop a bot anytime you want. You can stop it from trading any coin. You can add more coins to the mix. We will give you suggestions on how to set up your parameters. The count sizes range from 500 to 100,000. Some people in China have traded $1 million on this, and we've got screenshots of that. I would suggest to start with 1,000. Okay, so there are parameters set for $1,000 accounts. There are also parameters set for $500 accounts. You won't trade as many coins. Okay, so you got to understand how each coin that you choose can be tied up in a trade. Okay, and I went through that somewhat on the whiteboard that I shared. Okay, Michael, any more questions direct from that?
That's all the questions.
Peter.
Yeah.
If I can, this is Cliff Townsend.
Hi, Cliff.
Hey, how you doing? So I understand the retracement and the take profit. Yes. 1.3 or 1.5, you know, it retraces 0.3. Now, what if it keeps on going down? So let's just say it's on the cycle, second cycle, right?
Yeah.
Or third or whatever cycle it's on, but it just keeps on going down. Yeah. Does it skip from cycle number 2 to cycle number 3, or does it stay on that same cycle but it just keeps on going down? I don't know if I'm trying to make sure I'm asking the question in the right way.
I know what you're asking.
Does it keep on going down, or does it jump into other cycles, or does it stay on the same cycle but just keeps on going down?
That's right. It only triggers the second cycle or the first cycle if it retraces. If it keeps going down, it's not going to trigger that. It's not going to go to second and third cycles. Only the first cycle is triggered.
Okay, makes sense.
Makes sense? Yeah. So that's a good question. Yeah. The cover pullback. As soon as it goes back to the cover pullback, that's when the trade is triggered by the bot. Okay. It's signaled on the 2% drop, but it doesn't trade it until the cover pullback is hit. If it continues to go down, it can keep going down, and then once it retraces that 0.5, it triggers that trade, and then your dollar cost average comes down. Okay, on your position. Okay, does that make sense? And then from there, if it continues to go down, it's going to keep going down. 3% is the next cycle from that point, and then once it retraces 0.5, then it'll take the second cycle, and so forth. So you're bringing your cost price down so that the bot doesn't have to go all the way to your first price point to trade into the profit. So it makes it easier to trade.
Here's something I've been thinking about, Peter.
Yeah.
Let's just say I have a $500 or $1,000 account, and I choose coins that are very cheap right now. So less than a cent. Instead, in comparison to Bitcoin, that is 60,000, right? Right. Or give or take, you know, right. Or Ethereum that's 2,000, or Cardano that's $1, or whatever, coins that's hundreds of dollars. Let's just say I chose the majority of my coins that are less than a cent. Does that mean that I can afford to take higher risk because they're less? So, for example, instead of trading $10, maybe I can do 20 or 30 because my coins are less in comparison to like a Bitcoin.
No.
Is that what that means?
No, it doesn't. That means that you're more at risk if it's one of those the smaller coins. We're looking at the coins that are traded the most, and those are the ones that are chosen in the Matt AI bot. There's 43 coin pairs there. I don't recall seeing any penny coins there at all. These are the most popular ones. So the choices you have are safe. And if you choose, for example, if you choose Bitcoin isn't as volatile as the other coins that we have on there. If you noticed it, most people that have Bitcoin are going to notice that Bitcoin doesn't cycle as much. Certain coins like Filecoin or COS have cycled quite a bit. There's a lot of volatility there. Okay. Does that make sense there, Cliff?
Yeah. No, I understand. Yeah, Bitcoin is not as volatile as other coins. Yeah, I definitely understand that. Yeah, and I see that. Definitely.
Okay. So the coins that we have on the Matt AI bot are the ones that have been chosen by the programmers, or the ones that are the most volatile and the most traded. We can add more coins onto this platform once we get a bunch of coins that we want to suggest to the owners, and then hopefully they can put it onto the platform for us. So if you have some suggestions, we can take them all down, and then we can send it off to Paul, and then he will see if he can get them onto the internet. I mean, to the bot. Yang, you had a question there. Did you want to come on and ask? You can unmute yourself.
Hey, thank you for inviting me to ask my question. So I was looking at my account, and I asked this before, and I received some answers, which is helpful. But then recently I looked at the P&L at Binance, and I saw a bunch of graphs and statistics over there, which appears to be information about how our account has performed over time. And I just thought that it would be important for us to understand how to read those, so that we really truly understand how well our account is performing. We see positive profits results every single day, but then because of a number of factors, we actually may not be profiting as high as we think. That's, I guess, kind of where I'm feeling. And I think it's important that we take some time. If we cannot cover tonight, it's okay, but for us to understand what's exactly happening back there.
That's a good point, Yang. And let's do that training next week. We'll go into Binance and see the overview. Let's do that, and then I can collaborate with you, and then we can go over the questions that most people may have. How's that, Yang?
Awesome. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Mike, who else do we have? You gotta unmute yourself, Mike. You know, unmute yourself. We can't hear you. Ask to unmute. No, we can't hear you yet, Mike. Okay, if you can somehow unmute yourself.
Like people are asking, like, is it our responsibility to pick our coins? Are we doing it ourselves? Really, the whole idea behind this is that the bot is going to trade for us, that we're going to give recommendations. And when Peter's talking about tinkering and Ken's talking about tinkering, just to make it the best it can be, so then when we do let you know what it is, you know, it's already been kind of tested, right, Pete?
Right. So we have about 7 to 10 coins that almost everyone is trading. So you don't have to worry about, oh, am I picking the right coins or not? The suggestions that we are putting forth are gonna work for you. It's gonna make you profits on a daily basis. Sometimes you'll be stuck in trades in certain coins if the market goes down. One thing that Paul said, and Paul from Taiwan said, is 10% drop in the crypto market in one day is like 10 years drop in the stock market. So this is a normal phenomenon. We saw this on Saturday. If you saw your P&L on Saturday at 12 noon, it went down drastically by the night. And I almost had all my USDT into my coins. Okay, I wasn't worried because I'm just gonna wait till the market picked up, and it did overnight. And the next day you're gonna see all kinds of trades going through and in profit. Okay, so don't worry if you have money tied up in all these coins and you're worried about your USDT. You don't even have to put more money into it. You just wait till the coin cycles back up. So the markets will fluctuate down and then go back up, fluctuate down and go back up. That's just the way the crypto market works. You are not losing your funds. It's tied up in the coins. So you got to try and understand that. Make sense, Mike?
Yep.
Yeah. Does anyone else have a question? Any more questions from the chat there, Mike, that we need to address?
I'm just looking at the last one.
Yeah.
That's basically it. One sec.
Okay. Pretty much.
Someone's asking, just Pete, someone's just asking, like, any coins that you don't recommend, like they're not on your recommended list, but they're still on Binance, can they use those coins?
No, it's Matt AI has only 43 coins at the moment. And those are the, like I said, those are the most traded coins in the cryptocurrency market. We can add more coins to it if we send a list to the owner, and then they'll decide if they should be added or not. But so they pick the most volatile, the most traded coins, so that it's better for us to use. Okay, so out of the 43 coins, most of us are going to choose about 7 to 10 of those on their trading platform. So, and that's the best way to do it right now. We want to be a little diversified. We want to have a bunch of coins so that if one coin is not cycling, all the other ones are in motion and making you daily profits. Okay.
Now, Pete, Vixay, she just wants to know, and I'm just gonna address this.
Yeah.
Where are the profits? Are they on Binance? Are they on the Matt AI? And where they stay is in your Binance. The whole beautiful thing about the profits being stayed in Binance is that nobody has that access to your Binance account except for you.
Exactly.
So,
all your
go ahead,
trading is
Pete.
done in Binance. All the profits stay in Binance in your USDT. And anytime you want to stop a coin from trading, you just go to your Matt AI is like a remote control. It's controlling your Binance trading account. Okay, that's all it does. You can stop a coin, you can add a coin, you can change the parameters, but we're going to give you guys a general setting for all your coins and a general choice of coins that everyone should have. Okay, they're the safest, and that's been taught to us from Paul in Taiwan, and 100,000 people have been using this particular system in China. So I'm pretty sure everybody's happy about what's going on with their accounts. So any other questions? So if you have an existing finance account, do you have to? Does Matt ever have a losing trade? Okay, good question. Matt only trades in profit. So if a trade is closed, it's going to trade in profit. Yes. Who was that? Okay, so if Matt only trades in profit, meaning it only closes a trade if it hits our criteria that we have in the bot. Any coins that are tied up in trade and that are negative and does not hit the take profit ratios, your money's just going to sit in those coins until it eventually trades. Okay. Now you can liquidate anytime you want. You can stop that position. You can stop that coin if you feel like it's taking forever and it's not trading in profit. Okay, you can do that. So there's ways to adjust your settings. There's ways to stop a coin and begin a coin. For example, I had a coin called Sushi when I first started. It never cycled and it kept going into the negative and it just stayed there. So some coins may drop quite a bit, but then it will oscillate at a certain new point, meaning other members may have gotten to this coin at this new oscillation point. They're trading in profit on Sushi, but I'm still not trading in profit on Sushi because I'm still at the higher point. Does that make sense? Yeah, so it matters what time you get into these coins as well. So try to understand how this works, and then you'll be like, okay, that's why this is happening. So Sushi, for me, it never traded in profit. So I finally decided, you know, I'm just going to get rid of it. I had $150 tied up through the cycles, and my P&L was like minus $24. And I decided, you know what, I'm just going to close this one out because it's probably better for me to start Sushi again at the new resting point where it's oscillating. So I may be able to get profits from that point. Does that make sense? Because it goes up and down at that particular point. And it's better for me to get rid of it now because if it's never going to get to the high point where I need it to trade in profit, it's just going to, my money's just going to sit in that coin. So being diversified makes it a lot better for all of us so that we see profits on a daily basis. So the key is to try to accumulate the profits, your accumulated profit to be so high so that your P&L on a daily basis becomes insignificant. So if you start off today and your P&L is minus 200 and your daily profit is only $20, you're at a negative state when you first start off, but don't be discouraged, because all we're trying to do is accumulate the daily profits so that you get to like 400, 500, 600 and to $1,000, so that when your $200 daily P&L, which is a negative, it doesn't matter anymore because you're 800 in the profit overall. Okay, so try and understand that part, and then once you get into $10,000 in accumulated profit, all those little P&L totals will be insignificant. And you can also liquidate coins at that point. And you're like, okay, I'm tired of this coin. Let's move on to another one. Because you don't mind taking the $24 loss on that particular coin at that time. Okay, cool. Mike.
Still the questions so far, I think.
Yep.
Did we cover the one about the legal issue and tax?
Someone asked, are there any legal issues?
Okay, so that we need to get more information on. I've heard that the U.S. government is asking for names in certain exchanges because they all.
Peter.
Yeah. Was that Ken?
No, I don't know who that was. But for tax and legal issues, what you need to do is consult the CPA that's familiar with the Bitcoin tax laws, and we're not tax experts here, and we don't play one on TV either. So we we're just like you guys. We're there's nothing, there's no legal issues with us trading. You know, Binance.com and Huobi are not regulated in the US. They are, Huobi did recently get a license for the US, and they're coming to the US. But right now, they're not allowed to advertise for US customers, but there's nothing stopping us from using a VPN. So my phone's just been ringing, guys. Yep, this is another call for I'm gonna have to tell them I'll call them back.
No problem.
But just people that but yeah, so legal issues, you're gonna have to work with the CPA or you know, tax attorney on that. If I could share one thing, guys, we've been on this call for an hour and 20 minutes almost. I haven't heard one thing on the compensation plan, and that shows you the power of this bot. It works, guys, and it's phenomenal. This is a product-driven company, not a greed-driven company. Not a company. You can mute Maggie. Thank you. But this is a company not built because it has this incredible comp plan where everybody's going to get wealthy. What it is, it's a company that is built on a phenomenal product, and that product is allowing us and gives everybody on this call an opportunity to become financially free just with the product alone. I mean, if you understand compound interest, if you understand the power of percentages, you know, I made 2.5% yesterday, 2.35% today. Do the numbers. You know, the reason I went to day trading school is because I wanted to learn this space, because I understood compound interest. And my instructor, after working 2 full-time jobs for years, when he had $1 million in his account, he quit because he was making 3% a month, which was $30,000 a month on a $1 million account. My goal is for everybody on this call to get to $1 million in their account. Now, you could do it 2 ways. You can work 2 full-time jobs and use the bot and just build your account, or you can go out and use the power of team leverage. We have 267 people in the entire country in the Western Hemisphere in Mat AI. You guys have an opportunity to use that leverage, capture a huge part of this market, and use the commissions to build your accounts. Guys, we have an opportunity to really, really do something special for everybody that we know, love, and care about. And we got something awesome here. So that's all I got to say.
That's amazing. Thank you, Ken, for sharing.
You're amazing, brother.
This is so much fun, guys. I love doing this. I love teaching. You can message me on Telegram if you have any questions. I try my best to get all the information out. If I don't know if I don't know the answer to your question, I will find out for you. So please ask away on Telegram. If you're not on that group, please make sure you get on there, because a lot of your questions will be answered directly from other members in that group.
Peter?
So where will this recording be, Don? We're gonna have it. I think Ken, you can put it on your website, or I can put it on a Telegram, so you guys can rewatch this. Mike, is there any other questions before we close off?
There isn't, Pete. We wanted to touch on a comp plan, which we didn't get a chance to today, but maybe next week we'll just talk about that, address some questions and the benefits of it and why we like it and things like that.
Oh, okay, beautiful. We'll do that. Ken
Pete,
likes
one
to.
final question before we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
On the bat, will we ever have to fund the bat at any time?
Sorry, I didn't. Elroy, we couldn't hear what you said there. I didn't hear it.
You know, Margarita has had a question on, I think the name of the company, it's Matt AI or Matt AI Quantitative Bot. And you'll have to go ahead and reach out to whoever invited you, and they'll get you a link.
Okay.
And is Maggie, it says Maggie had a question. Maggie, did you have a question?
Maggie? Maggie?
In real, the person who have a question is my friend Simon, that is using my other account. Give me 1 second.
Somebody's got a couple of different.
Yeah. Okay, Maggie, I
devices
will contact you after the call. Okay, we can discuss, and I'll try to get your questions answered there.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Maggie. Okay, Ken, I think we're ready to go. I'm just gonna thank everyone for being on the call. If you have questions, like I said, go to Telegram and pose them over there. We'll try to answer them as quickly as possible. Ken likes to say he loves you more than Bitcoin and pizza combined. I like to end it with, guys, make sure that we take care of our family and friends, number one, because if we don't have them, what are we living for? We have our children. Teach them well. Teach them how to play chess young. Teach them how to play poker when they're older. You want to develop that mind. It's not about gambling. It's learning to develop the mind. Have faith. Have faith in God, Allah, whatever you believe in. Have faith, because instill that in your children. These are the things that I live by. Okay, so make sure you take care of your health. If you don't have your health, why are we doing this? If you're not going to live long enough, you gotta take care of your health. I'm a partner in a health and wellness company. If you have any questions, I can help you with what knowledge I've learned from that company. So you can message me on that. So those are the things that I want everyone to take with them. I'll see you guys next Monday night. We'll figure out which we're gonna have a compensation training with Mike, and we can do a little more bot training if you'd like. Every day, 12 noon, Coach Ken hosts his webinar. So please be on that. You're gonna find new information, because we're coming out with Matt AI 2.0, and it's supposed to bring 5 to 10% more profits per month. Okay, guys, thank you. And thank you for being patient throughout this whole 1 hour and a half. Have a good night, everyone.
Thanks, Pete.
Bye, Mike.
Buenas noches,
Thank you,
everyone.
Peter. Great job.